With the Steelers declining running back Najee Harris fifth-year option, all kind of reports have been going around. There's a Steelers insider saying that he has a source that told him that Najee Harris himself may have wanted the Steelers to decline his fifth-year option so he could become a free agent at the end of the year and play for another team, saying that he may want out of Pittsburgh. And Najee Harris's agent came right back and said that the Steelers insider's information was not true, and his source's information was incorrect, and Najee Harris does not want out of Pittsburgh. So a little back and forth there on the situation. So it's going to be a very interesting year for Najee Harris and the Steelers, and I think the only way you can pretty much see what's going on, tell what's going on with the situation, because you never really know, until it happens. You can only speculate and things like that. But the use of Najee Harris this year, can kind of tell you, a little bit about the situation. The Steelers started up mini camp. They invited, some running backs to mini camp. One is guy Edwards out of Georgia. Not too much wear and tear on him. A nice back, in the passing game and things like that, elusive back, as well as some other guys. And if one of those guys, the Steelers kind of like the Jaylen Warren situation, through mini camp and training camp and things like that, making the team, the Steelers carry 3 running backs, and it's, and they're probably going to want to see that end game, see what that can look like in a game. Can it translate to a game kind of like Jaylen Warren? Jaylen Warren, the things he did, as an undrafted guy, kind of makes you want to give other guys like that an opportunity to see if that can happen again, so. And that's kind of how things have been going with teams and with the running back situation in the NFL. That's why teams are hesitant to really pay running backs, and they say don't draft them in the first round, because you could get undrafted guys and things like that to come in and produce for your team. So, if one of these guys that they brought in, while them, like I said, similar to Jaylen Warren, then you may see them infused in the offense a little more, and then you can maybe kind of say like, well, maybe this is the sign of the Steelers moving on, the changing of the guards. They're trying to get this guy, the new guy, infused into the offense because he's going to be part of the offense moving forward, and then less of Najee Harris, or the Steelers can get all they can out of Najee Harris, look at the situation and say, hey, if this is going to be the last year, why not get all we can out of him and then, let him go after that. So, I mean, there's ways of, like I said, different ways and things like that, signs, and or maybe they use them heavy in the offense because he's a great fit, and maybe they want to try to keep Najee Harris. So you can look at that situation in 2 ways. Hey, he's a fit, so why mess it up? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Keep him there, and maybe we could work something out. Or it's, hey, we're just going to squeeze the juice out of him. This is it, and see what we can do after that. But like I said, either way you look at the situation, you slice and dice it. It's a very interesting situation with the Steelers and Najee Harris. The Steelers declining Najee Harris's 5th-year options opened up the doors for a lot of different, like I said, reports and rumors, speculations, and all that good stuff comes with, the uncertainty, because picking up the option, lets people know that the Steelers are interested in keeping Najee Harris around for at least another year, so you can hold off all the stories and, all the headlines and things like that, because he's going to be around, after that. So after all that said and done, and it's time for Najee Harris to get signed again, the option year is up, then you have the stories. But without that happening, the decline of the option, now you have Najee, does he want out? Steelers trade him. He'll be landing spots for Najee Harris, that's going around, and all that, coming from the declining of the 5th-year option. So, and that's just where we're at now. All the, things, the back and forth. He wants out, he doesn't want out. It's going to be interesting to see how Najee Harris takes it, how he goes about it, body language and things like that. Is he going to say some things that indicate that he does want out, or, or what, it's just that type of situation here, with them, the Steelers declining Najee Harris's option, because nobody really knows why. Hey, they want to see how he fits in Arthur Smith's system. Maybe, they didn't feel like he lived up to the 1st-round pick. All that good stuff comes, like I said, with when you decline somebody's 5th-year option, and then are they going to be on another team and all that good stuff. So Najee Harris option declined. Steelers insider said that Najee Harris may have had something to do with that himself. He may have, said, hey, I want to go somewhere else after the season, be a free agent. And his agent came out and said, no, that is not true. The Steelers insider had that wrong, and Najee Harris does not want out of Pittsburgh. So we're just going to have to see, which is it's going to be a very anticipated season for the Steelers on many fronts, from the quarterback situation. Now with the draft, you got the new line. People want to see how that's going to gel and how that's going to look. And then, you have the Najee. Now you have the Najee Harris situation, as this is last year with the Steelers. What's going to happen here. So we're just going to have to wait patiently and see. So Najee Harris, this may be his last year with the Steelers. We'll just have to see what happens. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell to get all the new videos. And until next time, I'm out.